What's up, everybody? To adjust that camera. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, and we are back on Arknights tonight. Hoping I can figure this out. Let's get rid of the diamonds first. Just the letter C.
Originium will carve a path for us.
Watch this! Awesome, right?
We got Perlica. That's everything, right? Yeah, everybody's talking. But we're not here for the talking. We're here to figure this out. Okay. Oh. I don't know how to shutter. I could have sworn I already had a shredder. How do I... How do I go to the shredder? Facility list. Alright. They're just sleeping. That's okay. That's if you wanted it to be dust. Right? That's not good. I just wanted it to be... Hey, what's up, Shenya? Stash. You can stash the whole production line? I don't know if it's going to remove everything, so I don't want to do that. I just want to do one at a time, I guess. It's probably easier. Trying to, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that should be up there. Okay, so that is the shredding system. So these, the Richnium comes in here from the mine, and here it turns into like the diamond version, and then here it can turn into the powder version. Like I think it goes like that. But I think we want... So that means like half goes to me, half goes to this thingy. And then this one is basically done. So then what we want for this one is we want it to go... move to backpack. So instead of it just sitting here, it's going to go right to the backpack. Claim it all. Wait. Nice. Where'd you get the interview? And I appreciate the good luck. And sorry, not good luck, the I got this. I want to get this one that's just on the edge here. There we go. Nice and clean, all done. Look across the street from my restaurant. Kohl's Sephora? Oh, nice. That's cool. That's cool. I got confused by the Kohl's part because I'm just like, isn't Kohl's like a hardware brand? But Sephora? Dope. That's dope. I always make sure I dip in there to get my birthday thing. Don't want to pass on the free stuff. Oh. Mostly. I come back. The Drunk Elephant skincare is so far the only cream that works for me. So I do consistently buy that. Right now I haven't bought it because I'm trying other brands right now to see like what other brands can do, but I know that it's a massive check for Drunk Elephant for their skincare stuff. Yeah, on your birthday you get a little like little birthday baggie, you know, but free is free. I ain't saying none of that. Okay, so now we've gotten that whole process set up, and I totally understand this. What do we use this stuff to build? That part I don't understand, but that's okay. That's okay. Now we have to go back to training, which is I need to bring up the stuff on the right side. There it is. Which is over here. Yeah, here. You'll get there. March is not too far. We always think it's like far, but it's really not though. Heck yeah. I take birthday freebies and I'm not even hired. Okay, so let's go learn about the shredder, even though I did remember how to do that one. But this will probably teach us how to or what you can get from the shredder. Okay. Okay. I like I could have kept like it's my two choices were keep working or do nothing. And I was just like, I've already worked enough today. I'm like, might as well stream then. Because other than that, I was just staring off into the distance. So I was just like, why not, right? Okay, so we're going to continue this belt so that it's fully in right there. And then for this one, we're going to do this belt here to that one. Connect all facilities used in the shredding unit to produce buckflower powder and store them in the depot. So we just need to switch this one to powder. Or is it already doing it? There's only one electrical pylon to power the shredding unit. Oh. Oh, dang. Where you got it? Yeah, and then over the weekend, I was so tired over the weekend, I didn't have the opportunity to to work on this game to figure it out. So I'm just like, I got some extra time, so might as well. Okay. I was trying to explain this to Jose during our meeting today, why it's so difficult, and one of the biggest things that it's a lot of words. That's the first part, but a lot of games like this, they use their own terminology for things, and because of that, it messes with me. Okay, so we need to now connect this, right? And then we should be able to also connect this to... Huh. So connect all facilities with transport belts, supply them with power, then use the shredding unit to produce original products and store them in the depot. So right now, obviously, there's no power. That makes sense. So protocol stash is coming out, then it's going into refining unit, which is going... So this is going from like the rock version to like the diamond version to the powder version. Now we need to go from here. Can I move this? So it doesn't want me to move it. But every single time I try to use the belt, it doesn't like that. Hey, what's up, Q? Okay. I mean, it's an ugly looking belt, but alright. And now we need power. Which basically I could just do it with this one, right? No, I'm not gonna be able to. So we'll do it here. And then we'll also do one over here to make sure that we're hitting proper power. Technically that should work. So we have rock coming into here, turning into the I guess the sharpie looking one, then from the sharpie one into the powder one, and then powder is going along back into our stash. If you are enjoying our live content, check out our recorded content over at youtube.com/ETHERxSOCIAL, posting on Mondays, Fridays, and a bonus on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're still rocking the 10. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so that one fine. Shredder makes sense. Which makes me now wonder, back with the one that I'm currently running right now, should I do that with the protocol stash? Let's go over here. So we have the same setup that they were doing right now, but we don't have a protocol stash. We don't. And now we need facility list. Protocol. Have we not Do we not have one of those? So then now we need to go here and see. Do we have one? Item control port? Item control ports can exclude certain items from being moved on the transport belt as well. Oh, okay. But where's belt bridging, belt converging? Okay. Winding. They don't let you do that? This is all for hostile combat. Okay, yeah. I think that's the one we're trying to get to, this one. Also, if you are enjoying the content, tickle that purple heart to keep the good times rolling. Okay, so then with that being figured out, we now need to continue on with another simulation. Yeah, why can't I have a protocol stash yet if you're gonna already teach me about it? Hmm. Okay. We have to interact with this right now. Oh. Oh, okay. Thank you for the bit donation. So that means that if I don't want it to continue through the process, like let's say I want the rocks to still stay as like the diamond shape. I don't know what those ones are called. But like I think it's like origine crust or something like that. But if I want them to stay in that, then I would just tell that unit to just store. Don't continue the process. That way the facility before it will still take the ore and turn it into the crust. Or in the same thing, if I wanted to go from the crust to the powder, same vibe. You would just tell it to stop, and then it would just sit there and backlog like this. Yeah. Okay. Protocol automation core. Oh. Oh no, it doesn't hold it in the unit. It brings it to the PAC. Oh. Okay. So then technically you would have to tell one of the units in the future. Let's say you want to continue on, you'd have to tell that unit to grab from the PAC to continue the process. Okay. Okay. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to place this because we want all of these 4 online. And what it's saying here now is that since we're not in like the standard grid, see like way over there, you can see like the diagonal lines. That's where our PAC is over there, right? Anything that's outside of that original area, which you can actually see, like I guess there's a fence edging there, will not gain power by itself. It needs to be connected to these pylons. So right now, what it's saying is we don't have power to go from these right now. So we need to start transmission off of this one. Let's move. For some odd reason, I can't pull off of that pylon. I don't know why. Oh. Because it's already... Oh, it's been constructed and you can't pull off of it? I think... Let me just try to understand this. So you have a relay here, but what's the difference between this is an electric pylon and this is a relay tower? So it's relay tower to relay tower to pylon. And then you connect the pylon to the oh, okay. I understand. Hey, what's up, Hector? Use the belt-free transfer of the protocol stash. So we're gonna switch these to different setups. Yes. There we go. Now that one's set to belt free. We're just going to switch all of these to belt free. And then that will now allow it to go all to our PAC. Is this one over here also set up? Yeah, that one's already set up. Cool. Okay. Sure. I'll give it a try. Okay, so that means that what we need to do now is we need to grab all of this extra stuff. Switch to facilities off. No. And we're just going to grab it manually. Gonna grab this last one. I guess I should grab probably both. Thank you for the bit donation. You figured this out, JC? I've just figured out so far where we're at. I've not been able to figure out what the issues we were having the other day. Then we're gonna do a quick action and no. Cancel. Okay, we want to go storage mode. Oh no. I mean, we could do this. We can get everything in there and then switch it back to belt free. That's fine. Now we're just waiting for it to Yeah, there we go. Now we can leave. Okay. So that one's done, and we also got the simulation reward on that. Item control. When you look, he's something you can make a blueprint. When you look, he's something you can make a blueprint. I don't know what that means, but I'm hoping that I will learn over time. Can be set to allow the passage of a selected item and control the quantity that is allowed to pass through. If a non-selected item tries to enter the item control port, it will be blocked. So that means the Wargman was trying to go into that amethyst looking one, and it got blocked because that item thing is not set properly. Change the item in the item control port so that the originium ore is successfully transferred to the refining unit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to change this to... Okay, so now it can go through because it's allowed. Now we need to find out why this one's being blocked. Oh, so you can use this kind of almost like tying off a hose. So like if you wanted to have like, let's say 50 go through, but you don't want any more than 50, you basically would set that parameter to 50, and then once it hits 50, it would stop. And there would no more allowed through. Now it continues. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now it's, for this one, it's just asking me just to connect the port. Or connect the belt. Okay. And we got all the bonus goals done, too. So we can end now. That one's good. I meant to like. When you like something, you can make a blueprint. If you like how your automation is, you can... Oh. Oh. You do that, it stopped until you reset it. I always get, which I did. So I just let them run wild. That's fair. Yeah, I'd probably do the same thing. Okay, so that's the item control port. Now meds production. And we're aiming to get down to fitting unit. That's where we started struggling last stream on Friday, was between molding unit and fitting unit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do meds, and then we'll continue on, and then hopefully we'll have no confusion. And then we can just build that gear, get that gone, and get onto the story. Okay. Yeah. Multiple outports. Okay. Okay, so basically what they're saying with this one is, so right now, this transportation line is asking the PAC to give it some Originium ore. Then it's going to head into the refining unit, which is turning into Originium crust. And then it's looping back into the PAC so that we can store it, right? Does that make sense? So what we're going to do is we're going to replicate that on this side, but we're going to do it with the buckflower powder. So we're going to go from here into the shredder. It's going to turn the buckflower into powder, and then we're going to loop it right back in so that basically over time the material that we need, which in this case would be the buckflower powder, and then from this side the Originy crust, would be just process itself, and we can just grab that. Okay, so then we're going to go from here, right? Yeah, we're going to go from here into here, right? And then that's into the shredding unit. And then we're going to come, did they do the center one? Yeah, they did the center one. And then we're going to do the center one. And loop it back on itself, right? Right now it's just sleeping. So then we have to tell this port, what do we want in here? Well, we want the buckflower. And then that's transporting. So that's already transporting into the shredding unit. It's now becoming the buckflower powder. And then we're good. Oh, we got a little ahead of ourselves. Okay, cool. It does make you think a lot, yeah? Don't tempt me. I love making PowerPoint presentations. Okay. First, delete the transportation belt, moving the Originic crust to the depot, which is the bottom line. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to we're just gonna turn this off right now. So now you have the ores coming into the refining unit and they're stopping, right? Technically that should mean that this one is now storing. Yeah, it's storing it now. Okay, so then we're just going to wait until this belt is completely empty. Hydration. Tonight's stream is brought to you by a Fanta from Czech Republic. This is elderflower and lemon Fanta. And posture check, thank you very much. You can just have stuff go in and it auto picks the formula. Yeah, I don't understand that. And I do apologize, Hector. I know you're probably like explaining this perfectly. I don't know why I can't understand this stuff, but I'm trying. So I apologize. I don't want you to feel like I'm not listening to you. I just don't understand. So now we need to quick action. Can we stash the whole line? Yeah. Okay, so the line is now stored. So now what we're going to do is we're going to... No, actually, let's put the shredder in first. Because we have to make sure that it's going to be in this area so that it actually has the ability to power. Okay, so then you do that, right? And then confirm. Oh, oh, my bad, my bad. This is the wrong way. Rotate, facilitate. You want to make sure that the arrows are always lined up. Oh, and it's in there. And then you go this way. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now we cancel all that, right? Now we go back to the refining unit and we say you are good to go. And we were seeing those red indicators because it was clogged. Basically, the automation had stopped. So now you have the ore coming in, then it turns into Aristocrest. Now it's going to shred, and it's going to come out as powder and then head into the PAC. Oh, another hydration. I can definitely do that, though. While I wait for the powder to go in. Send me your blueprints. That's cool. Did I add you as a friend on here? Before I go into the next one, I'll check to see if you're a friend on here. So we got to level 13 off of that. That's cool. That's cool. Friends. Are you Lana or Chipilin? Chipilin? Just want to make sure that I have you in here. Okay. So, what we could do technically, if we wanted to, we could actually loop this back. And I feel like that should probably be a better way to go about it, right? So we'll go here. Perlica, or no, that person's in the way. And then we're just going to loop this right back. That way, if we run this, that'll just keep running it into here. So if we want powder, we'll run that right through. Capiche? Okay, so now we continue on. Making my way downtown. Peace. Peace indeed. Okay, molding unit. Now we're gonna molding. Okay. Buck capsules. Okay. So we're going to be making those bottles and the powder so that we can make the capsules. Hmm. Okay, so before we start on the amethyst side, just to explain to myself, you have this power unit, this electric pylon that's powering everything. So it's coming out of port 2, as the flour, going into the shredder, turning into the powder, and it's going back in. So this is like building a supply of powder. So now we're going to do kind of similar on this side, but instead of having this shredding unit, we're going to put a molder. So we need a molder. Oh, wait. Wait. No, I still think we need a refining unit. First, interact with the power and select. So we're going to go with this output. And then we're going to change this one to amethyst. Oh, no, I was wrong. So, yeah, you're going to need a refiner and then a molder. So we place that in. Okay. So this port is now running amethyst. And then we're going to run a refiner. Okay, and then we're going to connect this point. Yeah. Okay, so now the amethyst is going to go into the refiner, but the refiner doesn't have power, so we're going to let this clog anyways. That's fine, because I'll put up a pylon in a second. But we're going to go from here, and then we're going to end the belt there. And we're going to put in... Actually, we could put it right beside it. That would make it easier for power. Okay. So then we go with... Boom. Oh, okay. So then can I do this? Okay. So then that's there like that. And then we're going to... Okay, so everything's connected. Now we just need a pylon to power everything. Okay, so now... Yeah, so now we have two fibers coming out. Because it says that it'll help me bump production, right? If I have 2 coming in here. So this is going to go here. And then we just have to wait for 5 bottles to be made. Oh. No, I guess I was wrong. They want... Wait. I want you to stop. Okay, you stop. We're going to wait till this inside one is done. But while it's doing that, we'll put down a second refiner. No. I don't care that you have enough. I do not care. Okay. And then go here. And then we're going to set this PAC also to be amethyst ore, right? And then we're going to transport belt stash the entire line, right? Then we go transport. Why? What? Wait, what did that say again? Is it because it has no power? No? Oh, no. It's because it's the wrong way. Move. Always make sure you have your arrows the right way. Man, you were already coming out of the belt. I wasn't even... There's nothing there yet. Okay, so now this one, we can turn this back on. So now it has 2. God, I hope that Sephora would give you breaks. That would be crazy if they didn't. Use crafting to produce buck capsules. Now open the backpack. How do I open my backpack? Oh. And then... crafting. I could do more than just one. You did 5. Use 2 refining units to supply the amethyst fiber to the molding unit. We are, though. Why does it not count? Use 2 refining units to supply amethyst fiber, which is these things, to the molding unit. You know what I'm saying? What does anybody understand what the issue would be here? Why it's not counting? On the left side it counts only as 1 out of 2. And I mean they're both separate. Right? See, because I could turn them off independently. Oh, there it goes. I guess you just had to turn them off. Fair. I think that was a glitch. I don't know what that issue was. It had to make sure to see the second one, I guess. I don't know. A blueprint for the amethyst bottle production line has been acquired. Progress through the main mission to unlock the blueprint feature that allows quick setting up of the amethyst bottle production. Cool. Okay, so now we can make buck capsules, which I don't know what buck capsules are for. My guess is health. They might be health. Okay, now we're doing the fitting. Or the fitting was... it was no bueno. The zipline tower has been damaged and must be repaired quickly. No problem. You need amethyst parts to repair the zipline tower. The parts can be produced using the fitting unit. Use the refining unit and fitting unit to process amethyst ore into amethyst parts. Then use the amethyst parts to repair the zipline tower. It already has a fitting unit needed for producing the amethyst parts. First interact with the fitting unit and view the amethyst parts production formula. So we need to know what we need to make first. The production formula is locked for this facility. This shows that producing amethyst parts needs amethyst fiber. Amethyst fiber can be made by processing amethyst ore at a refining unit. Okay. So. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go to this one, and then we're going to tell this port that we need amethyst. Okay, now we need a refining unit. And if we put it in here, we can use the power. Remember to have the arrows going the right way. We're going to go from here. Yep. And then we're going to go from the refining unit to the fitting unit. Now we're making parts. It's like, don't forget to use an electric pylon. Well, I snuck this in so I didn't have to use one. Manually place them in the backpack for later. We're just gonna take them. Hey, what's up, Halo? And then we repair. And then all you have to do for this one, for the bonus, it says I can make more fitting units, but I won't. I'm just going to have the belt come out and then head right back into the PAC. So then now we don't have to worry about trying to pick it up manually. And we're just going to wait for the 50 parts. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might take a while, I think. I'm hoping it's not 1 per box. No, it's 1 per box. Okay. That's why they want you to do another fitting one, but I won't. I'm just going to chill out. Thank you, thank you. I feel like if I had to put another fitting unit in, then maybe I'd have to put down a pylon. Because I'd have to shift this around a little bit. And you're never late. You're always on time when you come to this stream. It's all good. All good. Look at us go. You missed me building the warehouse? Don't worry. You didn't miss much. Reminds you of airport security? Oh, people's luggage, yeah. And you scramble, you have to like grab it and try to put your shoes on at the same time. It's very stressful. Because you always think like if you look weird, they're going to single you out. Yeah, but without the TSA part. Yeah. Shoes! Shoes! I know! I'm doing it! Give me a second. Oh, I have no idea. That's way too much. And we got to level 14. Okay, cool. So now they want us to basically build that thing that we just had there. Okay, so then what we want to do... Okay. So we're going to go back over here. Now that we know what to do, we can continue on with the clusterfest that was last stream. Okay, so now we need... the electric mining rig. And we're going to place these on pretty much everyone that we can find. That'll help us in the long run anyways, right? Oh. I've been to some brutal ones. They're just out here treating people like they're animals. It's just like, man, you go on vacations too, right? Did you want to be treated like this? Then don't do this. Don't do it. Okay, so we're gonna grab that. Oy. We're going to start a transmission. So this is going to give us power. Oh my god. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if like the beginning of when you're getting into being part of the TSA, they're just like, do you hate work? And it's just like, yeah. I'd be like, hired. Absolutely hired. I don't even need to ask you anything else. You're hired. Because it's wild. It's like, are you okay? Why do you hate your job so much? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to put up some pylons to power these up. And then we're going to do one over here. To power these ones up, right? And then we go down here. We start transmission. Then all three of those are online. Were they rooting? You know what's really weird? It's the other way around for me. Every single time I've traveled, it's always been the Americans that have been more rude to me, except for one situation, and that was when I was driving. I had to drive to America, and I was on the East Coast. And when I went down, the American was by far the nicest dude I've ever met in my life. And the way back was literally a hellspawn demon running the Canada side. I don't know what was going on. Okay, so now these are all mining, but we're going to just verify that they're belt free, which means that they're going to be shipping all of the stuff that they're mining directly back to the PAC, which is that giant thing that's over there. I think they're defaulting on belt, but from my own sense of neuroticism, I'm going to double check. Okay, so those are all grabbing. That's cool. So technically now our PAC, the amethyst is going up. The ore, specifically the ore though. Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I remember one time when I flashed, was it the Cuban? The Cuban, TSA? That was fun. I just like, and I did it not like for fun, not a fun thing. I just did it because I didn't want to deal with going through a whole bunch of like checkpoint stuff. Is that enough right there? Please? No? Oh, yeah, wait. No, you're not even connected yet. My bad. We'll do... Sure. We'll do one here. I don't know how to give you a like. I'm sorry. I have not flown into Florida, but I have driven into Florida, and that was fine. Actually, no, that's not true. I came in through the TSA at wherever the closest airport is to Panama City Beach. It was fine. I had no issues. But I don't assume you're flying into something like that. I'm assuming you're probably going to, like, Orlando or Miami. Okay, so now these are all online. Are they running belt free? Should be. Yes. Okay, cool. Now we need to build a refining unit. We're gonna place this right here just so that we can get a little bit of extra space. Okay. We're going to go. Oh, no. Actually, no. We're going to stash that. My bad. My bad. I was looking from the wrong side. Okay. I mean, I guess I could have still placed it there. Damn it. Damn it. I could have still placed it there. I just had to connect everything. Right. Okay. So we'll place it right here. That person just got shot up into the sky. We're going to go from this spot right in. And we're going to tell this port that we need amethyst. Look at how much amethyst we had. We have so much. We're going to turn that off just because we don't need it yet. And then from there, we're going to, that will be rocks coming in. Then we need rocks going to a fitting unit. Okay. Okay. We'll turn this one on because now it's turning it into fibers. The fibers will come out. Wait, will the fibers come out? Oh, no, the fibers won't come out because there's no power. Gotta do the power. Let's put it on this side so that we have symmetry. I like symmetry. You're creating parts. That's great. What will you do? What will you do? I'm here for this. Okay, and then we're just basically waiting for this to hit 10. And it hit 16. Okay. Okie dokie.
How are we doing with the upgrade parts? This is it?
We made it! We made it! We had a horrible stream on Friday where we struggled, but now we understand automation in this game. We made it. Oh my god. We can progress the game. Ooh. Is random person code for JC? Because that's something I like.
All the moving parts
Thank
are in
you.
place. This efficiency is miraculous. It's like a dream.
I will treat myself with a drink.
The AIC factory is working far better than I expected. We gotta expand our mass production plans.
And make sure you give me the new budget as soon as you have it.
What do you
Endfield has
mean?
constructed many large industrial
What do you mean there's no
machineries,
favorites?
But this is our first time using the AIC to build one on the fly.
Yeah.
This is a first step towards our
I'm pretty sure I'm not the first one to say this, but the voice acting, especially from the NPCs, is abysmal
Work seems to be going well.
in this
We
game.
finally have some good news for a change. The quarry suffered significant damage. We received multiple distress calls from the crews there. We've dispatched a rescue team, but it was hastily prepared. They might not be able to cover all scenarios. I hope you can check the area if you have the time to spare, Endman. Our preparations seem complete, but...
Oh, before we continue on, so I downloaded Wuthering Waves. You saw it in the Gotcha Central chat. That's actually coming to Xbox on July 10th or 11th, which I think this is Friday or Saturday. Which means it's going to be part of the rotation. Next week, so this Friday, which is this week, we'll be playing NTE with polls on... I don't know yet. I don't know which one we're doing the polls on, but we're definitely playing NTE on Friday and NTE on Monday, which means we'll be playing Wuthering Waves next Friday and Monday. So just give you a heads up that a new gotcha is coming down the pipe. That'll be fun.
No,
And then we'll swing back to Genshin.
it was nothing.
In any case, we should make sure all preparation work is carried out accordingly. Pogus and I are ready to help if you have questions about the AIC factory.
If you want to add more features,
I have
to our
so many
AIC,
questions.
You can use this expansion core. It will provide a more advanced factory development plan.
There are many things we can do. Expand our AIC factory, help crewmates in the other areas, and much
Nice.
more.
Nice. Oh, Andre is one of the worst characters in any of these games. I can't stand listening to that owl at all.
The decision is yours, Administrator.
Oh, yeah, and I had to delete every game other than gotcha games off my PC in order to barely get Wuthering Waves in. Thankfully, like I said, it's coming out on Xbox on Friday, Saturday. When that happens, I'll download it on my Xbox, remove it off my PC. So it gives me more space for another gotcha game. Potentially Anima Nexus, if I get access to that, or Petite Planet. One of those two. Those are the newest ones coming up. Okay. Everybody's just texting me right now. Yeah. Yeah. I only run 2 terabyte SSD, and then I have, I think, 10 terabyte HDD. But that's just for straight storage. Not I want more SSD. That would be fantastic.
The landbreakers usually keep to the wildlands, along the fringes of civilization. Only the largest clans could lay claim to a permanent territory. Others are constantly on the move, making them quite difficult to...
I don't know what you're saying, bro, but cool stuff. Cool stuff. Ooh, we could do a pull right now. But then I'd have to edit. And pull that out for Jose. A camera event. Gross. I'm not a fan of camera events. Are these all events that I missed out on so far? They're like, you're good enough. You know what's up. And it's like, no, not really. Okay, so we're gonna leave that one there just in case we have to end up pulling on this Friday. I don't think we'll have to pull on this Friday, but you never know, right? Since we're in the beginning of the game, they could ramp up the currency, the pull currency really fast. All right, let's see what everybody has to say. Yeah. I mean, thankfully, like when it comes to like RAM though, I don't know, when when I built my computer, I knew that I wanted to build it for editing, mainly editing, but also some gaming. So because of that, I ramped up my RAM. At the time, it wasn't even that expensive, so I have 64 gigs of RAM on my PC. And so any crisis in that area, I am completely dodging hard right now. But as for like I said, the SSD, no, I'm struggling right now with storage there. That sucks. And I really want to buy some new ones, but I'm not gonna pay an arm and a leg for something like just RAM. Not RAM, sorry, just SSD. Yeah, yeah. No, I can understand that. I think when I was buying it, it was like 110. And it's funny because the only like I said, the main reason was I was just like, I don't want to ever be hung up when I'm trying to render a video for either YouTube or whatever. And so my buddy's just like, well, you won't have any issues with 32. And I'm just like, yeah, but there's 4 slots on my motherboard, so I need to have those slots filled in. So we ended up just buying more to fill them in. You can you can emote on their stuff. One. Yeah, no, I'm a crazy person for aesthetics. So and I know I am the way I am. I put my setup on Ether's Instagram if anybody was curious about it. It's sitting up there right now. Jose's is up there. Taryn, which is another streamer, he streams on the weekend. His will be uploaded on Thursday, and then Q, that's in here, will also be next Tuesday. Oh, really? Oh, that was a super long time ago. That was when I first just got my PC. Yeah, because when I bought my PC, this was during the pandemic, and they were just about to bring out the 4000s, or sorry, the 3000 series. Now we're at the 5000 series. Crazy. But there was the 3000 series, and I had to order mine, and I had to come back, and it was interesting. It reminded me of the old days of like waiting to get a new console where you lined up out of a store and you're just waiting there at like X time, and I had to stand outside I think at 9 o'clock in the morning. And there's just a whole bunch of us standing there waiting to get our GPUs, and then I went home and yeah, put it off. It was crazy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, you gotta get the pick. Don't worry, you still have until next Tuesday. It's fine. Two. When you were a teen? Yeah, no, I'm still I guess a teen at 40. I mean, like, I'm not as gung-ho about it, like, because I tried to get RGB everything when I first got everything set up, and sometimes things don't really work out and run smoothly because there's so many different brands that are in there all vying to try to be the RGB management system. And so it ends up like, I don't know, it's something like 9 out of 10 times everything runs smooth. After that, I get everything getting janky and rainbowy out of nowhere. I've tried to get it repaired, and so in the future, if I was to design another PC, I would still put colors and stuff like that into it, but not as much and not as, I guess, severe or rampant or whatever word you want to use. Not everything needs color. I will agree with that. Pink setup is dope. Yeah, yeah. 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 Because like right now I have it on my AIO, my GPU. My case has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans. The RAM has it. What else is in there? Oh, I have streamers. 2 sets of streamers in there. And that's it. There's also RGB obviously on my my mic that I'm using above my head in my room. I think that's it though. I think that's it. Yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah, probably, right? Something that give like a little bit of a cue, and that's it. I would just probably stay there. I keep using the thinking emoji. Which brand of fans are you using? Arctic. I'd have to check into that. Don't we all, Hector? Don't we all? I'm currently running Corsair. I wouldn't. I would say like they're I guess more mid than anything. I have no complaints, but in the same sense, they're not like wowing me. Ew, gross. We're getting there. We're halfway through. Fair. So far, I haven't noticed the drop off, but it's probably because I have more than enough fans. Yeah, I think they started off good, but then I think Halo's right. They kind of went the way of like Alienware, more looks than performance. My main reason for going with Corsair in the beginning was just it was one of the first companies that I came to contact with when I first started getting into building my PC, and then when I started with like a Corsair case, I started to kind of like just go down the Corsair landslide. I don't know what you want to call it, but everything I have is Corsair except for my graphics card and my mouse on the PC specifically. Obviously, my headset is SteelSeries, but and my mic is HyperX. But aside from that, like PC specifically, it's 80% being Corsair. Clash of emotions and willpower. Cool. I'm looking forward to that. No, for sure. Corsair pricing is definitely not mid. Would a Corsair GPU be good? I don't know. Like, yeah, it'd be nice just to have it kind of like, again, continuing more with that like homogenized Corsair setup. But I don't know if I'd even trust Corsair with making a GPU. Hmm. Then those were all done. Got you. I'm running MSI right now, and we were just talking. You guys were just talking about pricing a second ago, and MSI is definitely one of those ones. Like they still have the performance that kind of backs up their pricing, but there are times where like something from MSI is like blown way out of proportion. You're just like, why? Because it's MSI, and that's it. Oh, jeez. Five-year-olds. What am I using? I'm using Asus right now. Age like fine wine. Ooh, pretty. It does. Way too fast. Yeah. Yeah, like every single time they design a new game, they're just like, should we design it on like the mid-level system of today? Nah, let's design it on the most advanced system there is, and then we'll try to scale it back and see if it functions. It sucks. Interesting. Yeah, but also Sony is leading the way in ending both physical media, and two, they're the first one to snap back and delete people's purchased digital content, and the other two companies are going to follow suit, and it sucks. It sucks that we're going to go that way. Exactly. Exactly. That one phrase when we're just like, if you don't truly own it, is it really stealing? I totally believe in that. Correcto. Ooh, last person. And then we get to move forward. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be part of the Straw Hat crew. I want to be Brooke. Yohoy! Okay. Is this... I'm assuming that's... Oh no, this is the... We're going to do this one. We're going to do this one. What? What? Why has it got a little thingy on it? And that was for that one. Now we're going to unlock the new one using our one that we just got. So this gives us the ability to move forward with that. We can also now do a simulation for a filling unit. We won't do that right now because I want to move forward and actually see some more of the game. Anyways. Ah, the Leanne Lee case. Yes. Their glass siding ones were really cool. Reach authority level 15. Where are we now? Authority level 14. Option complete operational manual missions and earn operation. Well, now I feel like I should do that automation setup because that might actually get me to 14. Okay, let's do that then. Okay. We're glazing Leanne Lee. That sounds super gross. Citron production line. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna have to exit. We have to exit. I was using the mouse just to go through like menus, and it's just like, no, you're gonna have to stay with the mouse. It's like, I can't. I can only do the mouse for systems. Halo. Oh God, what happened? We just got a whole bunch. Okay, we're just gonna do this one. We want to get that 15, right? 15. Okay. So we'll just fire through this. We already saw this part. I just want to be able to use my controller. Okay, so we're gonna work on the buck flower first, right? So buck flower is coming into the shredding unit. Then we have to starting point out, direct into the filling unit. You're gonna have the capsules come out, and then go in here. Okay, now over here we have the amethyst coming in. It's becoming the fibers. And we have the fibers going into the mold. Then we're going to have the mold, right, which this will be the components going into the filling station. Yes. Then filling station. These two are coming in to make the buck capsule. Do we not have one coming in yet? Oh, we do. There we go. Now they're being made. Use the filling unit to produce 2 buckshot capsules. So we are just waiting on one more. Just in 7 seconds. Okay, there's the 2. I can't just take these. Oh, sorry, my bad. It wants to store me. I thought it wanted me to manually grab it first. My bad. So it wants to put it right back into the depot. Okay. Canned food. Okay. So now this one's going to send it over, which is going to finish our first area there. Okay. So we want to do... I've never done canned citrum before. No, don't reset it. Okay, well then let's first see what we need. Is it just... Okay, so we'll do that. We'll figure it out as we go. Let's just assume that it's probably also another refining unit. And then we're going to make sure that our arrows are going the right way. And we want... Boom. So, we got the plants coming out. What's the other part used then? I think it's like there. We might not have enough. We might not have enough space. That's okay. Okay. What are you trying to make? Oh, it's the same thing. It's also cans. Okay, so then we need to do a shredding unit, right? No. No, 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 no. We need a refining unit. Then a molding unit. See what I was saying about the space? You know what I was saying about the space? We're gonna stash that. Not enough space. Not enough space. And we'll get rid of this line for now. Okay. So that's there. And we're gonna go from here to here. And we're going to do amethyst. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then we need to mold. And then you're going to come in and make the bottles, right? Oh, you can't because you don't have any power yet. So that's fine. We can keep doing the other pieces here. Okay. And then straight in. And straight in. And then we will run all the way back here. Here. Okay, now we need a power. Not do any of this without power. Okay. All powered. So the fibers are now coming out. From the fibers, they're going in here. And they're going to be making bottles. Bottles are going to be heading into here. Where they're going to be combined with the... Oh. You're not... Wait. Why... Did I mess this up? Oh, you're not a refining unit. You're a shredding unit. My bad. My bad. Stash that facility. Then turn it into a shredder. That makes sense. Shred away, my friend. Turn into powder. Powder comes in here. Blah, 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 combines and goes over here. Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand. And now we sit here and wait. You just got to make sure you have the right facilities. We're just waiting for these 2 canisters to go around. I wonder what can citrusman does. Oh, is it just health? Is this just for health? Ah, this one's at the second one. I should have done on the second one. I almost had perfect symmetry. Almost. One. And 2. Cool. Did that give us enough to get us to our level? That would be great. So now we're in that position kind of like when you're in the other gacha games where you have to get to a certain level before the story progresses. That's where we're at. So we're at 14.5 right now. We need to get to 15. And we want to keep checking on here. to see what we can do. I'm obviously, it's pretty sure that we could probably do other things. This is pretty easy for us to start getting through this. Maybe like 1 or 2 of these will probably get us to 15. Then we can progress on with the story. LC Valley batteries to work properly. Oh. So now we need to make batteries. Cool. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're gonna use this to go back. We're gonna get some batteries over here. With the packaging in it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we need to make a packager? I'm assuming they want me to try to put it in here. Use originium powder and amethyst parts. So that means that what we're going to do is here with this port, we're going to run off. It's running originium already, so that's good. So then we're going to connect this to this so that it makes powder. And then we're going to go from here. I'm probably going to have to move it out a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I need that. My bad. Okay, so it still has power here. We'll just do that then. Okay. Continue on. Okay. And then from this side, we want... Okay. Ultimately, that should be creating the... Yeah, so it's going to create the batteries that we need. Setting up an additional production line. Okay. Two packaging units in the same time. Okay. We need to have a refining unit. And a fitter. Then you want to be producing amethyst. We also need a shredder. You should be doing originium. And we'll do the same thing over here. Oh, you have a lot more capability than the last one. You have a second tower here. Ah, screw it. I didn't do that on that side, did it? No, I didn't. I also did it from the side. Okay, don't judge my lack of symmetry. I'm sorry. Use the batteries to charge the tower. So we'll do that in a second. Now you need... You're not there yet? Now it's creating one. Cool. All right. Now we need to get enough batteries to be able to charge. I don't know how much we need. Do we need 2,000? Wait, are these going to my backpack? I think they are. Since it's telling me to not. Wait, why are you clogged, bro? Oh, just clogged for no reason? That's cool. Yeah, that's fine. That makes no sense. Okay. I live on the most busiest highway in North America. I will give you my ID after this tutorial. But as for like traffic culture, do you mean are there assholes? Because there definitely are. Auto. Sure. Thank you for the bit donation. I appreciate that. Thank you, Hector, for the donation. I appreciate that, buddy. But yeah, if you're curious about the highway that I live on Highway 401, which is the most busiest highway in North America. Okay. Doing good. Doing good. That didn't get me to 15. That's crazy. I will type this in for you, Hector, so it'll make it easier. 8870. There is my ID. Joy. Okay, we should be able to do another one, yeah? And then it should be enough? Because that was pretty close. Industrial explosives. I'm going through these pretty good, but am I going to remember them? No. No. Okay. Fair. Okay, so we're gonna grab the plant over here. Oh, for sure, for sure. All right, take the zip line. Okay. Use a packaging unit to produce industrial explosives. Use the industrial explosive to blast part of the rocks and rescue the trapped victims. Save the trapped critter. Oh, there's a trapped critter somewhere? Don't kill them. Basically, right? Alright, to make industrial explosives, we need amethyst amethyst parts plus acetine powder. Okay. Okie dokie. So, it's kind of basically like a redo of the last one. So we're going to put this one here. And then we're going to put this one here. Right? This one we're going to say that it should be producing the plant. Then the plant's going to go in here. Going to turn into a powder. And then it's going to go in here. Okay? Okay, okay, okay. And then over here, we need a refining unit. Always make sure that your arrow's in the right spot. Okay. And then we needed to go into a fitting. And then we just need this one to go there. So, and then we need to ask this to give us amethyst. Amethyst goes in here. It turns into the fibers. Fibers go in here. It turns into components. It goes into here. And it turns into the explosives that we need. And if we want to be extra, I think we like being extra. Goes back into the PAC. Now we don't have to pick it up. It's gonna do itself. Enjoy making your fries. Wait, what did I... Oh, the Five Guys. Would they throw it in the bag? Crazy obscene amount in the bag. Also, Hector is known for making people hungry. I don't know what it is, but he has the perfect timing for talking about food. So we have that. Now we can go... this should be going into my backpack, right? Right? I think so. I think I can grab that. Take him out of the packaging unit. I can't. I was being extra. They're not in the packaging unit anymore. They're over here. Wait, can I pick that up? Crap. I was being too extra. Give them to me. Give them to me, please. I think I have to stop this. I have to stop this. Don't be extra. Don't be extra like me. Sushi incident? I got 6. Do I need 6? 6? Okay, how are we going to... Now we need to get this one. Yep. Aw, the critter is saved. And we got the bonus. Cool. Give me the XP I need, please. Level 15. Ooh, curly fries. $15? Ah, you suck. You know you're doing this on purpose. You know it. At least we're progressing. We may not be progressing away from this location. We're progressing in the game. Those are the expand. Oh my god! Probably shouldn't have clicked on this one. Now we're using thermal banks. This shows that total power consumed by every facility in this area is quite high. The total power output of the AFC field is lower than the power consumed. 210 over 100. I love the meats they have, though. Arby's is my favorite fast food place. That's pretty straightforward. Ooh. So, you know that we play this game like once every month and a half, correct, Delon? And hey, man, I even asked you for help, and you basically just ghosted the shit out of me on Facebook. Super Hadron Collector might have put... It put us in a parallel world? I did not hear that. I did not hear that. Yeah, so right now we basically play on Friday with a poll, and then the same game on Monday. So that's Genshin, Zenless, Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Impact 3rd, NTE, and Arknights. So it's about a month and a half. for each game, and we're about to add Wuthering Waves, which basically makes it a month and 3/4 until you'll see the game again. And I only have enough time offline to basically play Genshin and Zenless. I don't have the time to play these ones outside of the stream, to be honest. So that's why I'm still here. No, I was not asking on Star Rail. I'm okay on Star Rail. Star Rail is good. Star Rail's working well. I got help with the team about a month or two ago, and it's running smooth. But yeah, anyways. I did figure it out, though. I started my stream like about 45 minutes early today, and I figured it out. And now I'm slowly trekking my way through these automations. The thermal bank is an electric power generation facility that uses Originium ore. It can raise power output of the ASC. First version of ore from the PC port. Okay. We're going to go from here to here. And we're going to define this as being Originium ore. Mainly, I think it's because of the delay. I think that's the biggest reason, Hector. Since there's a slight delay in the chat, I'll be on one screen and you'll be like, it's the right menu. And then I'll move and I'll be like, what right menu? I think that's the biggest thing is like there's no real-time ability. Not unless we hit like Twitch partner. And even that I still think has a delay of a couple seconds. Okay, so that's coming in there. Is it going up? Let's put one more thermal bank. Okay. Let's put it in the same spot. Okay. And then we're going to run Originium ore into that one as well. And then ask this one for Originium ore as well. Oh yeah, but it's just Twitch anyways, right? So even if you had like blistering speed internet, there's still always a delay because of Twitch anyways. Like there's a massive delay when you're not an affiliate. When you become an affiliate, it gets shrank, but it's not like perfect. And then when you go to partner, it's better, but still not, it's not going to be instantaneous. It's never going to be instantaneous. So yeah, Twitch input lag. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh. I need another one? Dang, you thirsty. You thirsty. Make sure the arrows are going the right way. Not the wrong way. Don't do the wrong way. That's not good. And then we're going to go with... And then that should be more than enough power. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hydration. Oh, now we're on to water. Wata. Double hydration. Because I've ran out of my Fanta. That's crazy. That automation is nuts. And you know there's people out there making this stuff. Use thermal banks and LC Valor to increase total power grid output. Okay, so now we want to put other ones in. We still have some space for 2 more. And then... Okay, so that brings that to there. LLC batteries. Is that going to get me to where I need to go or no? So these are all stopped. There's no output on these, right? There's no output. The only thing you get on the output is the power itself. So how am I gonna get? Can I go through this? No. Yeah, no. Let's see. Don't I just have to grab? What part do I have to do now? That was good, just not this time. Yes. Yeah, I've had the pineapple Fanta. It's not good. More LC Valley batteries from the PAC output port to the thermal bank to raise the power. Oh, really? Like this? No. From the PAC output port to the thermal bank. This is to the thermal bank. Unless you're saying that for these ones don't do this. Switch to this. And then switch this one as well. Can I switch this one as well? And then technically they should be consuming batteries. Right? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Cool. I will definitely add that shortly. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Pineapple Fanta. I'm assuming if you mixed it with something. Like if you could mix pineapple Fanta with maybe orange Fanta, that'd be a good one. It would have to be a mixing one. Because yeah, having pineapple Fanta by itself is really sad. It just tastes gross. It comes off a lot stronger, a lot more like the fake pineapple flavor, which just sucks. Oh, we only got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Oh, we got 2 people today. That's cool. All right, last one. Last one. Thank you for the bit donation. I appreciate that. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to dip out of here. Hopefully, we're going to try to do one more. We're going to try to get this one in. I'm hoping this isn't going to be like a behemoth. This area is running out of buck flour to make the next backs. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Next batch of the Bucks capsule. You must improve upon existing production lines. The AIC has produced 2 new facilities, seed picking unit and a planting unit. Oh, geez. The seed picking unit can extract seeds from the plants, while the planting unit can quickly grow the seeds into mature plants using these 2 self-contained plant production loop. Use of 2 facilities to improve upon the existing production line to produce buck capsules. Oh my god! Okay. 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 Okay, so for this one, go in here, right? And then you're going to take the seeds out of that. And then you're going to put seeds in planting thingy. You're going to basically turn those seeds back into buckflower seeds. And then we're going to go from here and go back to the PAC so that it's a complete loop. And then once that loop is going, and it just keeps going around, we can send more to the shredding unit. Shredding unit will turn it into a powder, which is already connected, which will go into here and combine with the capsules to make buck capsules. Two planting units. So we need to additional planting unit without using an additional seed picking unit. And transport belt from the seed picking unit to the new planting unit. Simultaneously supply. Okay. This is a picking unit. No, we need another planting unit. Where would I put this planting unit? Direct. It's really big. But there's no power to that one, though. It's too far. Oh, it'll let me do a... Okay, never mind. So yeah, if we need power, that's fine. So we're going to take this transport belt and completely yeet it. And then we're going to grab there. So now it's running 2, right? And then from this one, it's into a shredding unit. And then we just need power. Right? Oh. Did that work, or did I kill my line? Did I kill my line? Comes into seed picking. It picks the seed. There's nothing left there. Then you... It works. I just don't have any... I don't have any plants. Oh, did I screw this up? Oh, dang. I think what I needed to do is I needed to pause. I needed to pause it so that I could still have a plant that I can send into the seed picking unit. And then that would create seeds for me to send to these two units. This one would continue on, but I don't know how I would loop this one back in. Anyways, I mean, we completed most of it. I can do that one again, but I won't do it now. But that's good. We at least figured that one out. It's just trying to make sure that you have to pause it before you run out of that resource. Remember that. And that should have been enough to hit us 15. Yeah. So when we're back on, this game about a month and a half from now, we can go complete a mission. But that's, you need to loop the seed into the plant. I did loop the seed into the plant. But anyways, that's it for me. I appreciate everybody for coming out and dealing with me on Friday, but also cheering me along on today. Tomorrow will be the start of a new series, the Game Pass series that Jose and I are going to be doing. So stay tuned for that. That'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. But I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. And until next time, whether you guys are online or offline, stay focused. Get yours. See ya.